Hey, what's up, Nerd Society? Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the world of heroes and villains. Today, we've got something special for you. We're counting down the top 10 anti-heroes in the Marvel Universe. You know, those characters who walk the line between hero and villain. The ones who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty to do what's right. Or at least what they think is right. Before we jump into this epic list, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Let's keep building this awesome community of fans who love diving deep into all things heroes. Alright, let's get started. Mystique, also known as Raven Darkhold, is one of Marvel's most intriguing anti-heroes, celebrated for her complex personality and shifting allegiances. A mutant with the ability to shapeshift, Mystique can assume the appearance of anyone she touches, allowing her to manipulate situations and people to her advantage. This power makes her a master of deception and espionage, often operating in the shadows. Her backstory is rich and layered, marked by themes of betrayal and survival. Mystique was raised in a time of prejudice against mutants, leading her to adopt various identities throughout her life. While she has been affiliated with villainous groups like the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, her motivations are often more nuanced than simple malice. She is driven by a desire to protect her fellow mutants and secure their place in a world that often rejects them. Blade, also known as Eric Brooks, is a unique and iconic anti-hero in the Marvel Universe, renowned for his battle against vampires and other supernatural threats. Born to a woman who was attacked by a vampire during childbirth, Blade possesses enhanced abilities, including superhuman strength, speed, agility, and a healing factor, making him a formidable opponent against the undead. What truly sets Blade apart as an anti-hero is his ruthless approach to fighting evil. He operates in the shadows, often using lethal methods to eliminate vampires and protect humanity. Unlike traditional heroes, Blade shows little mercy to his foes, and his willingness to kill marks him as a darker figure within the superhero realm. Moon Knight, also known as Mark Spector, is one of Marvel's most complex and enigmatic anti-heroes. A former mercenary, Spector was left for dead during a mission in Egypt, but was miraculously resurrected by the Egyptian moon god Khonshu. After this event, Spector took on the mantle of Moon Knight, becoming the god's earthly avatar and protector of the night. What makes Moon Knight stand out as an anti-hero is his fractured psyche. Mark Spector struggles with dissociative identity disorder, resulting in multiple personalities, including Stephen Grant, a wealthy businessman, and Jake Lockley, a street-level cabbie. These identities often conflict with each other, adding layers of unpredictability to his actions. Electra, one of the most dangerous women in comics, the lethal Electra Natchios was trained by the same mentor as Matt Murdock. However, she eventually gave in to her darker side and joined the criminal organization known as the Hand. Even after leaving the clan, Electra allied herself with the Kingpin, becoming a significant thorn in Daredevil's side. Her love-hate relationship with the Man Without Fear has been a defining part of her story, with Electra constantly oscillating between good and evil. Her moral ambiguity and complex relationship with Daredevil have made Electra one of the most fascinating characters in Marvel's roster. She's a true embodiment of the anti-hero, never fully aligning herself with either side of the moral spectrum. Neymar, often regarded as the first anti-hero in comic book history, Neymar stood in stark contrast to the morally upright and clean-cut heroes of his time. With his fiery temperament and a tendency to shift between good and evil depending on what best serves his interests, Neymar has saved as many heroes as he has fought against. His unpredictability is part of what makes him such a compelling figure. Neymar's approach to battling evil is often controversial, and his personality is incredibly ambiguous. You never quite know whether you can trust the Atlantean King, or if he's simply playing another game of manipulation to achieve his own ends. Wolverine, James Logan, has always walked a fine line between hero and anti-hero. Initially introduced as an adversary of the Incredible Hulk, Marvel quickly saw the potential in the feral mutant and elevated him to the core of the X-Men universe. Though a key member of the X-Men, Wolverine is often portrayed as the lone wolf, preferring to follow his own path, free from entanglements and attachments. He's fiercely independent, and that's part of what makes him such a compelling character. Unlike the more sanitized version seen in films, the comic book Wolverine is steeped in violence. Logan has no qualms about slicing his enemies in half with his adamantium claws, and sometimes, even his old allies aren't safe from his wrath. Deadpool. Deadpool is one of the most popular characters in modern comics. After being diagnosed with cancer, Wade Wilson agreed to undergo an experimental procedure in hopes of curing the disease. However, he became part of the Weapon X program. While the cancer ravaged his body, he gained one of the most powerful accelerated healing factors in the comics. In addition to his near invincibility, Wade has a unique awareness that he's a fictional character, which leads to his unpredictable, chaotic, and often hilarious actions. His constant breaking of the fourth wall sets him apart from other characters. On top of that, Deadpool also struggles with schizophrenia, adding yet another layer of complexity to his already wild personality. The Punisher. Of course, we couldn't leave the Punisher off this list. Frank Castle was once a Special Forces Marine veteran whose life took a tragic turn when his family was murdered. From that moment on, he became a one-man army, waging a relentless war against crime. Unlike many of the traditional heroes in the comics, the Punisher doesn't believe in giving criminals a second chance. Whether they're powerful crime lords or petty thieves, Frank Castle deals with them swiftly and mercilessly. He's willing to cross any line in the name of justice, taking down anyone who stands in his way. His uncompromising approach and gritty determination have made him one of the most beloved characters in the Marvel Universe. Ghost Rider. After making a deal to host the soul of Zarathos in order to save his adoptive father, Johnny Blaze became the spirit of vengeance, roaming the earth to punish those who are beyond redemption. Ghost Rider stands as one of Marvel's greatest anti-heroes, with a dark and captivating backstory that makes him one of the most intriguing characters in the comics. His mythos, filled with supernatural elements, adds layers to his story that fans have come to love. In addition to his dark origins and impressive powers, such as summoning hellfire, spontaneous regeneration, and the iconic penance stare, his striking visual design, with his flaming skull and chains, adds another level of appeal to the character, making him a fan favorite. Venom. Eddie Brock was once a mediocre journalist at the Daily Globe until he published a story about a villain known as the Sin Eater. However, Spider-Man exposed Brock's story as false, humiliating him and leading to his dismissal from the paper. After Spider-Man rejected and separated himself from the alien symbiote suit, the extraterrestrial life form found Eddie Brock, bonding with him and transforming him into the fearsome Venom. While Venom initially emerged as one of Spider-Man's most dangerous foes, his popularity grew among fans, and over time, he evolved into more of an anti-hero. Venom developed his own rogues gallery and even headlined his own comic series. Today, the mantle of Agent Venom is held by Flash Thompson, who has also joined the Guardians of the Galaxy. Thank you so much for joining us today as we explored the incredible world of Marvel's top anti-heroes. From the brutal tactics of the Punisher to the chaotic charm of Deadpool, these characters challenge our perceptions of right and wrong, making them some of the most compelling figures in the superhero landscape. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please give us a thumbs up. Your support helps us grow and bring you even more exciting discussions and analyses. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Who's your favorite anti-hero? Or who do you think we missed? Drop your comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to Nerd Society. Join our community of passionate fans, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. We've got plenty more amazing content coming your way, and we can't wait to share it with you. Thanks again for watching. And remember, heroes come in all shapes and sizes, but it's the anti-heroes who often steal the show. See you in the next video.